What? What are you doing staring at the pool and hovering over it, audience? You know you're allergic. That water, that'll stop your little electronic heart. Well, as you can see, today in Missouri, it's hot, sunny, and torturous outside, so we're going inside. We gotta sneak past some people here, so quiet. I'm vlogging, Alyssa. All right. Whew. So today's request comes from Zach out at WLC, Washington Leadership Conference, and he just wants to know something informative and something new that I didn't have a chance to talk to him about at Washington Leadership Conference. So today's video is actually going to expand upon my second video, which consequently was actually my last video. So the theory on wealth or the origin of wealth and its application in aid. I basically, in that video, I made the point that, hey, aid, because of the creation of wealth, aid should be a hand up and not a hand out. But today's theory goes and expands upon that. See, aid can not only be a hand up versus a hand out, but it can make a difference of who is actually administering the aid. Now, what I like to call this theory is the grace versus entitlement theory. And there's two sides, there's two different kinds of aid. Now, there's your grace-based aid and your entitlement-based aid. But to start with your grace-based aid, that's any kind of aid that, you're reliant on someone else's goodness of heart to go and give to you. So, churches, private charities, and just nice people you find on the street are all examples of grace-based aid. And then different kinds of aid, like or the other kind of aid, would be your entitlement-based aid. Now, it's there's only one source which can give true entitlement-based aid, and that's the government. And because it has to be legalistic in its administering of its aid, you're guaranteed it. That's why I call it entitlement-based aid. Now, there's a couple of different applications, I guess. I'm trying to figure up the right word for it. I don't know. So, the basic point is that with grace-based aid, if you go and you give someone, say, an education or, I don't know, a meal for the day, they might be real hungry. If you go and give someone grace-based aid, they're more inclined to take that aid and then go and help themselves with it. Now, why they do this is because of because they know that it's someone else's goodness of heart that is giving them or whatever benefit they are enjoying now. They're more inclined to go and help themselves with that, because they understand that someone else personally had to make the sacrifice for them to enjoy that. Now, it contrasts with your entitlement-based aid. If you feel that you're entitled, or if you feel that, hey, I've worked a whole year and paid into the system, I feel that I deserve to have whatever benefit has been promised to me by the government. So, the argument here is that people are less inclined to go and improve upon themselves when they receive entitlement-based aid. Now, I could give you numerous examples. The one I like to use is in South Africa. People are given a free, and I mean free, college education by the government, but then they're insured the safety net of, I believe it was like $2,000 a year or something. It's a woefully small amount of money, and I would not want to live on that lifestyle, but countless people choose to throw away their college education because they feel that they're entitled to receiving that aid. And then they go and they live, like Johannesburg, I think it's the capital of South Africa. It might be another city, but Johannesburg's the main one in South Africa. So Johannesburg is a thriving metropolis, just like Kansas City or any other town like D.C., for example. I was just there. So it's a thriving metropolis, yet around it there are countless people who have chosen to throw away their college education and live in essentially what are shanty towns, where they don't really earn anything, they just live there. That's their choice, and I believe what plays into that is that entitlement-based aid. They feel that, hey, this should always be here because I'm a citizen and I deserve to have this, instead of, why, thank you for giving me this aid because someone else personally sacrificed for it. Now, I'd like to caution you with regard to a system based on either one of these. Now, if you have a grace-based system, it can be easily corrupted by entitlement. And the example I always use is America. And because we have so many entitlement programs where you are essentially entitled to having things like unemployment and food stamps, people lose sight of the origin of the aid itself. So they tend to, grace-based aid tends to be, over time, lumped in to just general aid. And all aid becomes entitlement, right? So if they think they're entitled to having 3 square meals a day by the government, and then they go and they take advantage of that, then their appreciation of grace-based aid goes down greatly, I believe. So, other than that, there was one last thing on grace-based aid that I was going to say. Personal sacrifice for it? No. Grace-based aid. Many people have, with grace-based aid, they know that tomorrow, hey, this charity may run out of money. This soup kitchen tomorrow may just not have any soup. So, with that bit of uncertainty that goes with, or that's attached to, grace-based aid, they know that, hey, because it's out of someone's goodness of heart, and because I can't necessarily rely on it being here tomorrow, they are more inclined to go and help themselves, while the opposite is true with entitlement-based aid, where they feel there's no one's personally sacrificed, although if you really think about it. But that's what they're thinking. No one's personally sacrificed, and they feel that it's almost guaranteed to be there tomorrow. So, there's my theory on, I guess I'll change the name of it. I'll call it the origin of aid. Which kind of, that's not bad, because aid kind of sounds like AIDS. But, I don't know, I'll have to think of a new name for it. It'll be the title, if I can think of one. But if you guys have any refutations, comments, additions, polite suggestions, please post them in the comments. You guys that are actually watching this are super fantastically awesome, and I thank you for that. And I don't know, I had 6 views the other day. I was pretty proud of myself for 6 views. That's pretty good. A whole 6. Outro of darkness, then redness, then whiteness. Alright, everyone. I hope you guys have a good day, week, month, year. Try to get that light blocked out. There you go. See you later. Have a good one.